Welcome to Newswire Daily. It's September 25th, 2025. Here are the three biggest stories you need to know today. Ukraine's President Zelenskyy warns the United Nations that Ukraine is only the first. A global commission urges binding rules to ensure nuclear weapons remain under human control. And global markets turn choppy as weak U.S. data and unclear Fed signals unsettle investors. The first we will come to the news. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy warns the UN that Ukraine is only the first. In his address to the General Assembly, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy declared that the world is facing the most destructive arms race in history, fueled by drones and military AI. He warned that Russia's war will not stop at Ukraine unless nations act collectively, with stronger deterrence and tighter enforcement of international law. Zelenskyy called for limits on AI-enabled weapons and long-term defense support, stressing that the cost of stopping Russia now is far less than a wider European conflict. His message mixes urgency on security with a push for global rules on military AI. Expect stronger lobbying for air defense, drones, and ammunition supply lines, especially within Europe. Do you think UN members should set AI arms limits before negotiating ceasefire frameworks? Would tougher sanctions actually change Moscow's strategy? The next news. A global commission calls for binding rules to keep nuclear decisions under human control. The REATM Global Commission, backed by South Korea and the Netherlands, urged states to commit legally that AI systems must never make nuclear use decisions. The panel emphasized that only humans should authorize such actions, citing moral, legal, and strategic risks. Seoul's Foreign Ministry described a governance deficit on military AI, urging norms and safeguards particularly for weapons of mass destruction. This recommendation aligns with growing UN discussions on keeping human in the loop for all high-consequence weapons. If nuclear powers adopt this principle, it could set the foundation for AI security agreements. If they resist, the gap may accelerate mistrust and fuel a dangerous arms race. Should human control over nuclear decisions be made a binding treaty obligation? How could such commitments be verified in practice? And the last news of the day is financial market news. Global markets swing sharply as investors react to weak U.S. data and uncertain Federal Reserve guidance. Equities in Asia and Europe slipped, while the dollar steadied after the Fed offered no clear timeline for further rate cuts. Chair Jerome Powell stressed the delicate balance between fighting inflation and supporting a slowing job market. Recent reports on housing and consumer confidence came in weaker than expected, adding pressure to stocks and fueling caution among investors. Many are now waiting for upcoming labor and inflation numbers to gauge the Fed's next move. Volatility is likely to continue until economic data show a consistent trend. In the meantime, defensive sectors and companies tied to security spending have shown relative strength amid global uncertainty. Do you think the Fed should prioritize protecting jobs or keeping inflation under control? How do you expect this uncertainty to affect markets in your region? Those were today's top headlines from Newswire Daily. We bring you the world's most important stories every day, straight to the point and easy to follow. Stay connected so you never miss the updates that matter most. Subscribe now and join us again tomorrow for more global news and analysis.